So yo, I felt a little under the weather today, so I wasn't gonna do a video. You know what I'm saying? But I checked this most recent video that I uploaded last night called "Does Racism Exist More in the South?" Excuse me, more in the North or the South? I checked the comments that was on that video, right? And this one comment bugged me out, and I'm gonna read it to you. Now, normally I might read people comments, but I don't even like, you know what I'm saying, like read it out loud to people. I just don't. That's something that I don't do. This is uncommon. But I have to read this out. And this is what really motivated me and inspired me to do this video that I'm doing right now. So it's from this guy called Isaiah Witcher. When is the revolution? He's asking me. Or is this just another woke earthly NIGGA talking about nothing? Well, first and foremost, I was talking about a lot of something. It's obvious that you weren't listening, or you didn't listen through the whole video. I was talking about a whole lot of something, because people are moving to these northern states and southern states, and they want to know, minorities that is, they want to know, what they're getting into. You understand? They're moving from where they live at to move to somewhere where it's better than where they come from. That plain and simple. So I'm doing these videos in order to make people aware, I guess what you call woke, you know what I'm saying? So that they can know what they're getting into. These people that I'm talking to are not about no revolution. They're just regular people. Working 9 to 5, getting off and trying to raise their children right. That's it. So the whole premise of the video is just to let people know what's going on in the North and the South. And at the end of the video, I said, if I'm not mistaken, black people, you know what time it is. You could take that any kind of way. The way that I meant it is for us to get our shit together and become more entrepreneurs and detach ourselves from, of course, you're in America. You're behind enemy's lines. You know what I'm saying? So you have to obey the law and all the rest of that stuff. But detach yourself away from America to the point where you can be able to be self-sufficient. That's what I'm saying. Just be on your own. Still pay your taxes. Still do what you have to do in America. Because I'm not an anarchist. But at the same time, detach yourself from America, if you understand where I'm coming from. No EBT, no Section 8, none of that stuff. Don't be depending on the government to do anything for you. That's what I meant. And I'm making all this relevant. Please bear with me to this video, for real. And he says, when is the revolution? How the hell I know? And if I did know, why would I be saying it on YouTube? It doesn't make sense. It's not. In other words, I'm telling you that overall, there's not going to be a revolution. And the only way that there will be a revolution, like if blacks revolt, and I'm not trying to be funny and be sarcastic, it's just the truth. If they stop selling Newport cigarettes and Hennessy in the liquor store, that's the only way black people will start a revolution. That's it. You see, I can tell that you're young, Isaiah. I can tell that you're young. Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to think that same way. Yo, this dude, all he talking, this and that and so forth. Man, when is the revolution? See, you young. You got all that strength, but no brains. No brains at all. There can't be no revolution. An external revolution without there being an internal revolution, a change of mind. And that's what I'm here to assist people in. That plain and simple. But at the end of the day, if you're talking about a physical revolution, you're not going to get that unless they stop selling black people Newport cigarettes. Not all, because some people, not all black people smoke cigarettes, but there's a lot that do. Hennessy, or whatever your drink of preference. Straight up. Because that's where we're at right now. As black people. We're on that demon time. We're on that being self-destructive time. That's it. We don't want nothing positive to, we don't want no one to tell us anything positive. See, I know you don't know me, and I know this is probably your first time or a couple videos you think you know me, and you don't. But I've been doing this shit for years. And I'm telling you, if anybody were to say that I'm making money off of black people, you're a fool. I can't make no money off of telling black people the right things to do. But I can make a shitload of money of telling black people about the wrong things to do. I could be a rapper and tell you I'm gonna have sex. Excuse me. No COVID, no Omnitron, no Omnitron, no Megatron, no Galvatron. What the hell is this? Transformers or some shit now? They just coming out. I'm gonna get back on topic, but they just popping up with just names and shit. And we just fall for that shit. This is the point that I'm trying to make to you. And before there's a revolution, if there will be a revolution, this is what you got to do is talk. Be verbal. Communication is key. That's why I know you don't know anything. And all you young people that think that way are fools. You're going to get people killed. Talking about some revolution. Ain't going to be no revolution. Let me tell you something. The white people will revolt before we will. And then we'll follow them. Other than that, if they stop selling, I'm being an asshole today. It is what it is. If they stop selling Newport cigarettes, what is it now? The Backwoods, Black and Miles, Hennessy, Mad Dog 2020, OE, Cristal, what is the list goes? Gucci. If they start selling all that shit to black people, then there'll be some revolution. And it's not like it's gonna be a revolution like we want our own and we want to be free. No, we want you all to sell the self-destructive shit back to us. You may say, well, how is Gucci self-destructive? Because you're not putting money inside the black community. You're taking your black dollar and you're giving it to someone else, but that's not gonna put it back in the black community. But see, I'm all talk though, right? Like, black people don't need to know that. Just because you know some of that, that doesn't mean that everybody else does. There's a purpose for everyone. Why don't you mind your business and do your job? Are you doing a job? Do you have a YouTube channel? For real. Because I wouldn't get on your channel and tell you, well, you doing all that talking, where the revolution at? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. Even if I disagree with some of the things that you might say on your channel, and taking heed, I haven't taken the time out to look at your channel, see if you got any videos posted, because you don't mean anything to me. But even if you had videos out and you was doing your thing or whatever, and I disagree with some things, I wouldn't like just comment on it. I'd just be like, let that man be, because I really wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care. Like, you millennials and Generation Zs are just too emotional. Straight up. How you about some revolution and you getting all emotional? For real. This earthly nigga and da-da-da-da-da and this and that so forth. But you must be hating. You must be a hater. Straight up, I'll be an earthly nigga. There's benefits into that. Like, you didn't get under my skin. You just created enough. You know what I'm saying? You said, you made that comment, and you made me create a new video. And I'm gonna monetize this. Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't planning on doing any more videos like for the rest of the weekend. And now you galvanized me. You've recharged me up. This video, best believe somewhere in this video you're gonna see it. Commercials pop up. Boop, 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 boop. Cause I'm gonna make money. So keep on leaving your comments. I'm a smart dude. I'm gonna make money off of whatever. Whether it's negative or positive. I'm gonna use this shit against you all that hate. That plain and simple. Like, people ain't revolting on shit. You know, man, Gil Scott Heron came out with the song called The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. You know how old that song is? Black folks been talking about revolution ever since then. Way back then. Black Panthers all the way up to now. It's the same shit. You probably learned all that dumb shit on college campus. You probably found your shit. You probably found yourself, you know what I'm saying, on a black college campus. Talking about some revolution. Your first time putting on dashikis and shit. Don't know that half of that shit is made in China. This is the reason why I don't wear that shit. I wear active wear. I don't support it. This is something that, excuse me. This is something that I wear because I work out. But I'm not going to be like you all. I'd rather just buy from this one slave master. You know what I'm saying? You thinking that you buying dashikis and ankhs and all of the rest of the cosmetic fucking African apparel from Africa. And most of that shit is made in China. China duplicates everything. Shit, you need a Chinese baby, you can buy one. Most of y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And it bothers me so much. It really does. And the crazy thing about it is the reason why I know that most of the dashikis and the djembe drums, now there's some authentic djembe drums and you know, African shells and different things like shea butter and stuff, oils and stuff like that. There's some original authentic shit. But yo, you might as well try to motherfucking make it to Africa to get that shit. Other than that, you relying on these people that sell shit online, or your black vendors. Man, please, they don't know where they get that shit from. They don't. I used to sell oils, incense. I sold it all. I was into the black community, the black conscious community hard, pause. So I know about Medina, all that. I know it all. Y'all just now taking black seed oil. I was taking that shit like in 98. I started taking that shit in 98. Y'all just finding out about quinoa and Dr. Sebi and all the rest of that shit. I been knew about Dr. Sebi like about 2008. Might have been a little earlier than that. But I'm an earthly nigga. Okay. Sound like a superhero to me. Sounds like a superhero to me. Like, man, yo, let me tell you all something, man. And I'm gonna be like really, really brutally honest. Yo, man, the first channel that I came out with called Langston 2092, right? My main goal was to talk about transhumanism, the singularity, technological singularity, all of that. I started that channel like in 2009 or some shit like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I ain't gonna say I started in 2009 because it may say something. You know, when you go to the about on the old channel I'm talking about, it may say like 2011 or 13 or something like that. But originally, that's what I wanted to do. That was gonna be my platform, talking about that. Transhumanism, singularity, and technological singularity. And then I saw online like, oh shit, I can't talk about this right now because people are so fixated into, you know what I'm saying, like image, you know what I'm saying? Like you had wave tutorials, dread tutorials, perm tutorials, how to put on lashes and all the rest of that shit. If it wasn't that, it was comedy. If it wasn't that, it was gossip, you know what I'm saying? Like people talking about who's pregnant and what rap is this and what rap is that. So I said, shit, I'm gonna have to start doing those type of videos in order to bring people in. So I can talk about my message, you know what I'm saying? That I really want to relate through to people. And guess what? That channel, I still put videos up there, but it was like shit. People just, they weren't interested in what I wanted to say. So then I said, shit, I'm gonna start a new channel, and I'm gonna talk about the same thing. I'm gonna try to talk about the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put, you know, exercise, health, and working out, eating right, and all the rest of that stuff on this new channel called Long Live Langston. And guess what? The same shit happened to me on this channel. Now I'm talking about Dr. Malachi Z. York and Charlotte and North Carolina and South Carolina and New York and all, and I'm done. Because I went on a tangent that I wasn't, excuse me, my intentions weren't to go left with it. You talking about a revolution? What you gonna do? Do you know anything about transhumanism? Do you know anything about the singularity and technological singularity? Y'all talk about a revolution. Do you know right now that they're testing robotic police officers to stop you in order to keep the human police officers safe? Man, we in a shitload of trouble. And you telling me that I'm running my mouth and ain't saying nothing. All right, man. You got that. Go ahead and power to the people and revolution and all the rest of that shit. Go ahead and wear your red, black, and green shit. You go ahead and do that. Be my guest. I know I won't be in line with you. I know I won't be part of your organization. I know that. I remember when Dr. York said this shit, and this shit was funny as shit. Like, it took me a while to figure it out, like, after the fact. But he said in one of his lectures, I don't know if it was on the land or whatever, but I remember, you know, I was listening to a lecture on CD, or I was on the land when he said it. He was like, yo, we had to take off the garments, what is it? I forgot what the garments are, you know, as far as Muslims, you know, from head to toe, the hijab and all the rest of that stuff, you know, and women and men and whatever. We had to take all of that stuff off because, you know, they were singling us out. You know, it was around that 9/11 shit, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of got it. And he was like, yo, we can no longer like wear uniforms and things like that because they can easily spot us. And then a year later, we had a Nubian outfit. In other words, what I'm trying to explain to you is, if the government knows about all of these black organizations, and part of the reason why they know about all these black organizations is because we're seen through uniform. Like, I could tell the difference between what a Moor looks like and a Hebrew Israelite looks like. The only organization in which I respect, I got a little bit of disagreements with the organization, but for the most part, is the only one that I really respect is the 5% Nation, the Nation of Gods and Earth. Other than that, everybody got uniforms, and it's a gift and a curse. Like, you have to be organized, but you can't be organized to the point where the enemy can spot you out. And you can't be on YouTube running your damn mouth about some revolution or whatever the hell else. You can't do that. And like I told you before, and I'm about to get off this video or whatever, at the end of the day, black people are only gonna revolt when they stop selling black people, you know, shit that's gonna mentally, physically, and spiritually fuck them up. Black people don't want to hear nothing about no conscious rap. Black people don't want to, man, let me tell you something. If I had a cookout and I said, man, everything is veggie. Matter of fact, I ain't even buying none of that damn, that bullshit that they selling, you know, like Morningstar and shit like that. I ain't buying none of that. I'm making all my shit from scratch. People be like, man, I ain't going to that shit. Period. This motherfucker talking about some revolution. Man, I can tell y'all don't really know me, man. For real, if you did, if you all knew me, you probably wouldn't bring that bullshit to me. For real. Man, I've been in this information, man, ever since 94. That's real talk. Real talk. I know a lot of shit. I just don't talk about it. Because it's meaningless. For real. I'm not going to tell you something that you can't use in your everyday life. Doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? You got all of these teachers, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to name no names, even though I have in the past. But you got all of these street scholars and shit, and they talking about religion and metaphysics and this and that. No, motherfuckers. Niggas just want to get by. They want to get by. How can you put these people on to making money? How can you put these people on to a better life? That's the real revolution, man. Once you get your money in order, your family in order, once your family is secure, stable, if there's such thing as stability, once you got everything lined up, that's real revolution. Straight up. When you have a whole bunch of black people owning shit and passing whatever business it is and whatever they got going on down to their children's children. Let's start with that. Because at the end of the day, if you were to have a revolution, who's going to fucking fund it? And you may sit back and say, well, now look at him, he's trying to be hard and this and that and so forth. No, I'm not being aggressive whatsoever. I'm just passionate about what I'm saying because it makes sense. You know, a revolution or a war has to be funded. You gonna put up the money? You gonna put up the money for it? Because I'm not gonna get behind your fuckery. I'm just not gonna do it. Been there, done that. Not doing that anymore. Black people, if I haven't said it over and over and over again, I'm saying it now. Get your shit in order. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing outside. For real. Because you can't control black people. You just can't. You can't. I've been trying to get some of my family members to be entrepreneurs for years. And they just want to work for other people. And that's not a problem. You want to know why that's not a problem, or rather my problem? Because they are who they are. And everybody chooses to be who they want to be. I can't force a person to do the shit that I want them to do. That doesn't make sense. Which brings me to this point. You're making a moot point, my brother. Because, I did a video. Hey, I thank you for that. You gave me content. I did a video on this shit, but other than that, once I push the stop button on this shit, you're a distant memory. For real. But I thank you. Because you gave me content. I'm uploading this video up tonight. And when it says monetization, yes or no, I'm going to push yes. And you, my friend, thank you, are helping me reach my goal faster. Because like I said before, I wasn't planning on uploading any videos. But now once my mind starts to think, oh man, I can talk about this, that, and so forth. Hey, I'm about to be done with this one and I'm about to move on to the old channel, put a video on that one. So just when you think you're trying to like stunt my growth or be negative to the point where you're hurting my feelings or some shit like that, nah, I'm just gonna take your words and I'm gonna use it towards my advantage. And I have. Because I'm gonna make some money off of this video, for real. And I owe all gratitude to you. Hey, I'm just telling the truth, man. Ain't gonna be no revolution. Straight up. Unless they stop selling Hennessy, E&J. I don't know what else what else? The P. Diddy's joint. I forgot the name of that shit. Jordans. How can I forget about that? Air Force Ones. They stopped selling that shit. People, you gonna see black people out in the streets. We ain't gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Yo, man. I mean, no disrespect to you, man. But just watch who you talking to, man. For real. Highly intelligent. Me. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video. Peace.